The last few videos that I filmed were downstairs on my sofa, and when I was editing those videos, there was this like humming background noise and I couldn't figure out what this background noise is. I swear I thought like my mic was broken. I was gonna need to get a new mic. So the last time that I filmed, I decided I would do an experiment and I filmed with my phone at the same time, and I had a lapel mic, and that one too had this like humming noise. I'm like, where is this humming noise coming from? Like, I don't hear it. I live in my house. I don't hear this humming noise. And then I figured it out. It finally dawned on me. It's my fridge. My fridge is the noisiest fridge in the world. And I know this because other people can hear it and they can tell me that my fridge is noisy. But I guess I'm just conditioned to it because I live with this noisy fridge and I never hear it. And it was like, it's so weird because I'm like, every time I film in my bedroom, magically my mic works just fine. But whenever I film downstairs on my couch, there's always this annoying background noise. Like, my neighbors aren't mowing the lawn, nobody's doing anything outside. It's my darn fridge. So no more filming downstairs until I get a new fridge, I guess. Yeah, so that's my huge revelation. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 vanilla fragrances. And on cue, Bernie is here. Hello. You want to come join us? Welcome. Bernie loves fragrances. Bernie loves being the star of the show. So yeah, these are my top 10 vanilla fragrances. I, as you guys know, I'm not a vanilla person. I am absolutely not a vanilla person, not a vanilla lover. They just don't really, like, those are not the typical fragrances that I tend to gravitate towards. But I do have a handful here that are my favorite vanillas, and these vanillas I really enjoy. They're quite different. I had done a video in the past that was called Best Vanillas for the Vanilla Hater, and those were like a really interesting take on vanilla. Here I have some, like, I guess more like true vanillas, but still ones that I really enjoy. So there is gonna be a little bit of an overlap if you guys saw that video, but there's lots of cool new ones here as well. So we're gonna get into it. So if you guys want to find out my favorite vanilla fragrances, and if you guys are just getting to know me and you're new here, my name is Yana, this is The Scented. As the name suggests, we talk about fragrances. So if that is a passion of yours, please become a friend of the show, shimmy on down and hit that big red button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And without further ado, let's get into the list. We have niche and designer fragrances here. So there's definitely a little bit of something for everybody. And yeah, the first one that I'm gonna start off with is gonna be no surprise, and let's just get it out of the way super quick. It is my beloved Manifesto. Guys, don't leave yet. Don't leave. I know I've talked about this so many times. I promise you I have some new ones in here. This is a green vanilla, super fresh. I love it. It has like a green tea note almost. It has some cassis. It's really light and fluffy, and I've talked about it a bajillion times. This is one of my favorite vanillas. I promise you guys, I will not dwell long on fragrances that I've already blabbity-blah-blabbed about a lot. We're gonna fly through them quickly. And stay tuned until the end because I do have one here that I'm gonna share that is a vanilla that I like really don't like. So we have 10 good ones, we have one fail. The next fragrance is actually a newer one to my collection. I've had it for a few months and I've had some time to play with it, and it's a Mancera fragrance and it's called Velvet Vanilla. I wasn't sure about this one when I first got it, but I actually really like it. It's the sweet, playful, tutti fruity, white floral. It has a little bit of a pepper kick to it. It has this bitterness from Angelique. It has this like herbaceous bitterness. Some pear, I think some blackcurrant as well. And lots of white florals. It has the tuberose, it has the jasmine, neroli, and the really sweet vanilla. Really yummy. It's like bubblegummy, tutti fruity, delicious, playful, and the bottle suits it really well. It's yum. It's good. That one's actually one of the only Mancera fragrances that I really enjoy because I do find that a lot of them have this synthetic note, but with Velvet Vanilla, aside from the bitterness of the Angelique and like that pepper kick, there's actually no weird green synthetic note at all. I really like it. It is a synthetic fragrance, obviously. It's like, it's candy sweet, it's playful, it's not the most like, say, sophisticated, but really enjoyable, really cheerful, and I absolutely love it. The next one also is no surprise, and this is YSL Libre Intense. I chose the Intense because it's more vanilla heavy. It's a little bit boozy. It's very sultry. And it has that like lavender from the original composition of Libre. It has the lavender, the white florals, and the vanilla. But the vanilla is amped up. It's a very beautiful like nighttime fragrance. You can actually wear this casually as well, but I like to wear this one on a little bit more of a night out. It is so sexy. It is rich, it's warm, but it's still fresh, and it still has this like clean laundry vibe. I love this. And this one has neroli, but I tend to dislike neroli in fragrances. The way that it's blended here with the lavender, with the jasmine, so stunning. Like, I love it. Very, very sexy. Probably one of my sexier, like feminine sultry vanillas in this list. Number 4 is Zadig and Voltaire, This Is Her. This one is like a milky sandalwood, very warm woody scent with vanilla. It's toasty. It has a note of chestnut in here as well. It's very clean, very fresh, and it's a very, very like unisex scent, even though it's called This Is Her. I see this being quite a unisex fragrance. I think men can easily wear this. It has a very smooth, like creamy, woody accord, especially in the dry down. Really beautiful, like slightly sweet sandalwood. So it's mostly like sandalwood and vanilla to my nose. Really, really pretty. Very clean smelling. Next is Kate Walsh, Boyfriend. This is that celebrity fragrance that isn't really a celebrity fragrance. This is like, you buy this straight off their website. I've been obsessed with this since I got it. This is a great cold weather vanilla. It's really resinous and warm. It has myrrh. It's ambery. It's very, very cozy. Imagine you're like by a fireplace, drinking some wine, like mulled wine maybe, like cozied up on the couch. Best times. Like, it's really, really, really nice. It has a really nice note of plum here. It's almost like a spiced plum. Like, that's kind of what it smells like to me. Really, like, really delicious fragrance. And this one too is quite unisex. The next one is also one that I've been raving about recently, and it's M. Micallef Ylang in gold. I know this doesn't work on some people based on what I've heard, but I am so sorry if this doesn't work for you, because this is such a stunning fragrance. Like, on my skin, this is like the most beautiful, creamy, custardy, almost like banana-esque sweetness. I don't get the oak moss note at all. I know some people get the oak moss note. That's like a nay for me. I don't pick it up at all. What I get is mostly this fruity, delicious, creamy, custardy sweetness in the opening, and then this lovely vanilla, like a vanilla custard with fruits like peach, lychee, all kinds of fruits. And ylang is here like very, very bold, and it's like tropical vibes a little bit. But oh my god, it's just flawlessly blended. I think it's still a safe blind buy. It has some interesting notes, like it has a note of mint and it has a note of oak moss, but like, guys, I don't pick it up at all. Like, I don't smell the mint at all. At all. I don't get the oak moss either. There's a really nice soft clean musk in there that I do pick up, and just like really beautiful delicious fruits. So yeah, I do think this is a very, very safe blind buy. In general, I think the odd time it doesn't work on someone's skin chemistry, but that goes for any fragrance. There's a lot of very popular fragrances that people love and swear by that they just don't vibe with my skin chemistry. So as close as it gets to a safe blind buy, I would say this would be it. Next fragrance is from Diptyque, and it is Eau Duelle. This is a woody, foresty kind of like piney vanilla. The way that I describe it is like as if you're walking through a pine forest, like an evergreen forest, and you're eating a vanilla ice cream, like a vanilla soft serve, and you're surrounded by this like beautiful forest, pine trees, and like it's got a little bit of a spicy kick to it from the cardamom. This one's totally unisex. This one is like so smooth. There's no like weird underlying notes. The performance on this one is out of this world for me. It lasts all day. Definitely one of my like top favorite spicy woody vanillas. I will say I have tried Nishani Annie. It didn't work for me. It didn't work. Something was off about it. It was a little bit bitter. It was a little bit maybe too spicy and off-putting. Like, that one didn't work for me. The Eau Duelle has a similar vibe, but it's a lot friendlier. So I still love my Eau Duelle, and I don't think I will ever part with it. Next is another newer discovery, and this is from Penhaligon's from the Portrait Collection, and this is Changing Constance. I absolutely love this adorable presentation. I think it's very museum-esque. I've already used it up quite a bit. I've been wearing this since I got it, and I've been really vibing with it. It's a really nice caramel scent. So a lot of you guys have been asking me what's my favorite caramel scent, and honestly, I don't really like caramel. I don't like caramel because I find it too sweet a lot of the time, and in here it's not. This, I would say, is my hands down favorite caramel vanilla concoction. It has a little bit of a spiciness to it. I love cardamom as well. If there's cardamom, this is a note that always intrigues me. This is a note that makes me blind buy. So cardamom combined with caramel was like completely piquing my interest. Also got a little bit of tobacco in here. All the notes that I love, and this beautiful like warm boozy vanilla. So this is a very comforting scent. This scent I wore when it was a little bit colder out. I definitely think this is a good like cool weather scent, and even like more of a transitional season scent. So because it isn't too powerful, this isn't too bold and in your face, I can wear this even on a warmer day. It does stay a little bit closer to the skin, so it'll last me about 6 to 8 hours, but I do find that after the first couple of hours it gets close to the skin. So I do spray a lot of it. That's why I've used up quite a bit, even though I think I've only worn it maybe like 4 or 5 times at this point. But I spray. Like I spray it everywhere. And I did get noticed with it, but I had to spray a lot. So that's the only like small downfall. But at the same time, it's something that makes it wearable in the warmer weather, even though it's like quite a sweet, like you would think heavy fragrance with that tobacco and caramel, cardamom, all of these notes that seem quite heavy. It's actually not that heavy. It's a really beautiful, soft, cozy vanilla. Now we're on our second last one, and this is Dior Addict. Of course, how could I do a vanilla list without Dior Addict? This is that classic staple vanilla. Oh my god, but it's so good. This is not a sweet vanilla. This is like a drier, very sultry, very grown-up, elegant, sophisticated vanilla. There's a little bit of like a jasmine vibe to it. A little bit of like a woody powderiness as well. It's a powdery kind of like white floral vanilla. Really, really seductive and womanly. So this is definitely on the list. And we're down to the last one. And this one is a really hard to find fragrance that I only have a decant of, and it's Angelique Noire from Guerlain from the L'Art et la Matière collection. I think you can only get it at the Guerlain boutiques. I don't think you can buy it online, at least not in Canada. I don't know where to get it. I can't get it anywhere. It's hard. It's hard to track it down, but I will spare a spray. And this juice as well, as you can tell, is really dark. Really, really dark. And this is a very long-lasting fragrance too. So all the last 3 that I mentioned, the Eau Dwell is very long-lasting. Dior Addict is like killer longevity. And this one as well, the Angelique Noire, is like very, very long lasting and projects like everybody smells it. And this has a nice bitter like Angelica note to offset the vanilla. So to offset like any vanilla sweetness and richness, it has a cool juxtaposition of a bitter Angelica note. And it also has a note of pear in here. It's definitely a cold weather scent. This isn't a scent that I can see myself wearing in the warm weather. This is definitely like a cold weather vanilla and a very like night out fragrance. This is a very dressed up, going out type of scent. This is probably the most formal of all of them. This really does smell quite formal, very sophisticated and grown up. Since it is very hard to find, I was able to track down an amazing dupe. And it's from Julianna's Perfumes, and it's called Red Carpet Affair. I think this is like $59. It's very, very similar. I would say it's about 85% similar. And the thing that I really like about this one is that you can actually wear it more casually. So it's a little bit airier. It's not quite as dense and heavy as the Angelique Noire. So this one I can actually wear on a daily basis. And it gives more of like a piney vibe. So where the Angelique Noire is like rich, warm, and kind of bitter from that Angelica, Here I get kind of like a light, airy pine, almost like if you took a pine needle and crushed it up. That instead of like a bitterness of the Angelica, which I actually really like, and I prefer it for daily wear. So that is quite a gem, and I really recommend you guys check out Red Carpet Affair. I do have a promo code that you guys can use, and it's the scented 20. I'll link everything down in the description box. But yeah, that is a great find. So now that we're all done with the awesome, amazing favorite vanillas, let me share with you guys a vanilla that I don't really love. I had to step out of my room to get the fragrances that I don't really like, and I walked back into the room and it smells divine in here from all this delicious, warm, spicy vanilla in the air. Oh my god, it smells so good. I'm in vanilla heaven. But anyway, so the two that I'm going to share with you guys that I don't really love, that I'm hoping if you guys do share similar tastes to me, then you'll know to maybe stay away from them. Or if you guys have opposite tastes to mine, then maybe these vanillas are actually ones that you would enjoy. So one that I really can't get on board with is unfortunately Lalique Le Parfum. This is a powdery vanilla. It's a dry powdery vanilla. It kind of reminds me of Dior Addict, but it's more pasty. Like it almost gives me this like Play-Doh-y vibe. And I don't like it at all. It's quite matronly. I can't pull it off. It smells a little bit too mature. It's just not hitting the right spots in my nose. So I actually will be letting this go. So if anybody's interested, hit me up. And yeah, maybe contact me on IG about it, because it's going to be a good buy for Lalique. The other one that I can't get down with is, unfortunately, Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. I know that a lot of people really love this fragrance. They really rave about it. This has been getting a lot of hype lately, and I really, really wanted to love it. And it's like, it's a salty vanilla, but it's very synthetic. To me, it smells very, very synthetic. It doesn't smell well blended, and there's something very off-putting, and it smells like chemical. Just really smells like chemical, like synthetic chemical. It has a little bit of like vacation vibes, like it smells like vacation vanilla, but I just wish that they did a better job with the composition, because I think there's a lot of really heavy synthetic chemicals in here that I'm very sensitive to. So I'm smelling that more than the pleasant salty vanilla, and that is just a real shame. So if you guys are sensitive to synthetics like I am, then I guess stay away from vanilla vibes. But if you're not and you want to give it a try, it's a salty vanilla fragrance. So I probably will be saying goodbye to this one as well. And that is it. Those are all of my vanilla fragrances, 10 amazing ones, or maybe actually more. Evidently, I can't really count, and my numbers are always off. And definitely 2, I can say with confidence, 2 that I don't really like. So yeah, that's it. Oh my god, you guys have to see these animals behind me.